Halo community from all of us at 343 Industries. To everyone who played in the recent multiplayer flights, your passion and feedback and spectacular gameplay clips inspired all of us as
I hate this channel.
No!
we made the final push to get Halo Infinite ready for launch. As a thank you and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we wanted to do something special. So, let me hand the mic to Tom French, Creative Director for Halo Infinite Multiplayer. Tom?
Thank you, Joseph. On behalf of the entire Halo team, it's my honor and privilege to announce that your Spartan journey begins today. Right now, you can download and start playing Season 1 of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer beta on Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC. This is the kickoff of our season, and you'll have access to all the maps, core modes, academy features, and the full battle pass to unlock. And your progression will carry over when we officially release the game on December 8th. This is an amazing moment for our team to get to celebrate this as we finally get to release the game and play with you online. See you online, Spartans.
So I know this review took me a while to get out and stuff because honestly I did want to put a good amount of time into this game and give you my honest thoughts about it, because let's be honest with this game, its base of this game is so good, but some of the things that 343 needs to fix with this game needs some polishing, and frankly I'm going to be a little harsh in this video. Not to the point where I'm going to be ranting and raving and stuff, but there's some things that you guys really do need to fix with this game. Now, the gameplay loop of Halo Infinite is very, very fun. Some of the weapons are very fun to use. My favorite weapon, or I should say, one of the classics I love using is the battle rifle. Now, in my opinion, with the battle rifle, it needs a buff like some other weapons, like the sidekick. Because I've seen there was a lot of times where I would be playing casual mode and I would just be firing my assault rifle, and then I need to be pulling out my sidekick, and I would just pop maybe 5-6 shots into a Spartan's chest and they wouldn't die, but then all of a sudden their shields would respawn or regenerate in that sense. There's a lot of things within the gameplay that is fun. Don't get me wrong, guys. But some of the bugs that are within that gameplay do affect that fun. Now, driving some of the vehicles are really fun too. Like, say, driving the Warthog around with Joe and letting him go on a 10-20 kill streak is pretty fun. But 343, you do need to buff some of these vehicles, kind of make them a little more sturdy. Because I'm going to be frankly honest with you, some of these vehicles feel very paper mache, and sometimes it's way too easy to kill the driver or the guy on the turret. It gets very annoying. And another thing that needs to be addressed within the gameplay is the grenades. Okay, I understand that grenades need to be, tactically used and all that type of stuff, but throughout this whole time, and I'm looking at my my play history of what I've died to the most, is the grenades. The grenades need to be nerfed. Either they need to be set to 1, or the blast radius need to be shrunk to the point where people need to come into the room while I'm hiding behind a corner trying to get my shields back up, so my shields can either at least recharge and I can re-engage the enemy, or B, the grenades need to just have the radius reduced so the point to where I don't feel like it's a tactical nuke going off in my face. And there has been times where I just said, you know what, I am not stopping in this room. I'm not going to stay here and let the grenades blow me up. Sometimes I don't even get the chance to get away from those grenades because they blow me to smithereens, to the point where I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Or when I'm playing in ranked, for that matter, I'm going down hallways just to check my corners and stuff before I jump. There's already like 3 or 4 grenades in the room where I'm standing. I'm looking at the ground. Oh, then a nuke just goes off, blows me sky high. The grenades need a nerf. Either we have one per Spartan, or the blast radius needs to go down. either one. Now, some of the other stuff too, like the equipment, like the grappling hook. Can I tell you something, 343? You did an excellent job with the grappling hook. The grappling hook is so fun to use, and just the plays that you could do with, like hijacking a vehicle or sticking it into a mountain, you could sling yourself across the map and just get some pretty sick plays with it. You guys did fantastic. Now, the shield or whatever it's called, the barricade, it needs like some kind of buff. I mean, sure, we could shoot from the other side now, but it only takes like what, a couple assault rifle bullets to destroy one of the shields and stuff. It's like, there just needs to be some love for it. The thruster pack, okay, the thruster pack in this game versus like it was in Halo 4 and Halo 5 is so much better. I swear I can launch myself into the sky and ninja somebody with that stuff. Or I can actually reach ledges now and grab them and pull myself up if I don't have any access to any of the grappling hooks. Speaking of access to other stuff too, the repulsor is a fun tool to use. So if you don't know what the repulsor is, basically it's this little gadget you have that repulses people, gives them like a little a force push, if you say. So say like if a person comes around the corner and then there's this kill barrier right there, kind of where they fall off the map basically, you could use the repulsor to eject them into the kill barrier, falling off the map, and then it counts as a kill. Also too, I kind of discovered this by myself because I was just messing around during the tech beta, or technical preview, I should say. Did you guys know that you can use a repulsor, aim it at the ground, and it'll launch you into the sky, and you could actually jump on higher ledges? I found that out, and I found that to be really, really cool. Like, I kid you not, it was so cool. Another thing I do want to add to the gameplay section is that you guys got to figure out a balance between group fights and solo 1v1s. Like back in Reach and Halo 4, there was a lot more, I could engage my opponent in 1v1s and stuff and fight them. That was actually pretty fun. Especially there was moments where I would pop the hell off. I think if I remember the lingo right in the Halo community, it was kind of like called like hero moments or pop off moments. I don't know which one it is, but I'll play a little clip to show you, like, you'll have one of these moments, and I kind of want them more because out of the 100 games I play, I've only had maybe like 5 or 6, but there needs to be more of them.
There's so many.
Let's get it.
I'm hurting real bad.
Holy shit. Alright, let's watch Ryan do that.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's like one of those times while you're playing the game that just makes Halo Infinite just so fun to play, especially with your friends and stuff, and they see you pop off like that. You get so hooked on the gameplay, it's really fun.
It would be my pleasure to serve at your side.
I have a general question for whoever at 343 runs the UI and playlist design. Over the last years, especially with Halo 5 and the Master Chief Collection, I just have this burning question for you.
Why the fuck would anyone do that?
Now, I know most people in my audience haven't tried or have tried Halo Infinite, but when you go to the menu selection and you're trying to pick certain game types that you want, all there is like ranked, BTB, bot, and then I think quick play. So why in God's name, whoever made these playlists, why can't we have choices to pick from? Like if I want to go play Slayer by myself, I can't pick that. I have to let the I'm starting to go on a rant already. Why do I have to let the RNG pick what map and what game type I want? This is such a downgrade from at least even the Master Chief's collection of matchmaking. At least I get to choose what game type I wanted to go play in, that type of stuff. Like seriously, whoever made these decisions for the playlist and how the UI works on this game seriously needs to step back and then take some of this criticism. This is trash. I want to be able to pick what game type I want to play, because especially with the challenges that are going on right now, I can't complete my weekly challenges due to the fact that how it's been built right now. So say like if I want to go play Slayer and win matches, I have, from what I'm looking from my game history, my chances of getting into based off 100 matches, based on my experience from what I'm looking at, I have a 7% chance of getting into a Slayer match. I shit you not, out of 100 matches, I was only able to get into 7 matches of Slayer for at least 4v4. Now I'm for BTB, at least maybe 5 or 6, so that'd bring it up to like 13%. But that's low. And like seriously, how are we supposed to complete our matches, our challenges again, when you guys put this system in where RNG is going to screw us over, and then we're just going to get so frustrated with the game we don't want to play it anymore. Speaking of game types, I am so sick and tired of playing Power Seed, okay? Whoever at 343 came up with that game mode needs to step back and think about their life again, because holy cow, it's so bad. It's so bad with this UI and playlist that it needs to be revamped like Halo Reaches or Halo 4s or Halo 5s. I'll take Halo 4s or Reaches. Please, just fix this. You guys really need to. So for the casual side of Halo, it's pretty entertaining to play for a while. But let's be honest here for a quick second, guys. We need a lot more game types in the casual section. I'm talking about we need Infection, we need Juggernaut, we need what are some of the other game types I can remember off the top of my head? We definitely need Infection for custom games at least. But we do need Fiesta. We need speaking of that, where is Elimination at 343? You showed it in the what is it, the whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember when you guys announced it and stuff, and there was some gameplay going on and stuff, the little gameplay trailer, and you showed eliminations where the AI spawned in, and then our allied Spartans could go up to them and revive them. Where is that playlist by that game mode by any chance? Where are the rest of these freaking game modes, honestly? Now for the rank part, besides the little rant I had on there about the game modes with casual, because God, it's barren over there. In ranked, I think it's okay, but I do have some other problems with rank. Consistency. Now, if you don't know, I've been playing, ranked at least 20 matches, and I've noticed some things, especially with the weapons. Okay, so say like you got a BR and you just took their shields out, no problem, right? And you can't get a lock onto their head because they're bouncing everywhere, swerving back and forth. Why does it take 4 to 5 shots to shoot somebody in the chest in rank? 4 to 5 shots in the chest. I kid you not. And if you get a sidekick too in ranked, it's going to take you probably 2 clips to kill somebody, far as I know. And for what clips I've seen. Because oh man, especially with the rockets too. Let me ask you something too with the rockets, because this is kind of going to go into the grenade section too. Why in Sam Hell do rockets have 2 rockets, and if you just miss like barely an inch right next to the Spartan, it doesn't insta kill them. It just takes their shields out. Then I gotta pull up my battle rifle and then clean it up, or my sidekick or whatever. But if I go into a room to recover my shields and stuff, and say like I'm behind a counter recovering my shields, and some dinguses on the enemy team decides to throw all their grenades into the room, and mind you, I'm a couple feet away, like the size of that little capture rig we just saw right there. Yeah, imagine I'm on one end and the grenades on the other end. They will just explode in the room and just instantly kill me just to get that kill. It's just these consistencies in the rank playlist that does not make sense at all. like body shots or the rockets or the grenades, there's a lot they still need to fix in rank before we even think about getting the pro leagues, even to a point to where it's going to be acceptable.
To be a Spartan, you must become the impossible.
Again, from games like Master Chief Collection, where you guys put a battle pass in there too, and granted it was free too, that system was so much better versus dealing with this one. I understand that they lately did upgrade the XP to be like when you complete a match you get 50 XP, but that's not enough. Okay, that's really not enough. To even get one rank on the battle pass is 1,000 XP. So what you're telling me, 343, is that I need to complete, without getting any of the weeklies done or anything like that, is that I need to complete 20 matches. That is stingy as all hell. At least, for me to at least complete a match, I need at least 100 XP. So it doesn't feel like I'm grinding and I'm just like, and I just don't want to get into the point. I just don't care about the battle pass. And then I'm just going to flick Halo off and just not care. Because I'm going to be completely honest, on this battle pass, there is not a lot to work with. Like, you put the mark system in to where only certain armors work with certain armor pieces, which is stupid. Especially with the bot system, where the bots, you could actually see them mix and match all their armor pieces and look kind of pretty cool with them. But what you're telling me is that you couldn't have one solo there and have all the armor pieces put there. What was the point of putting that extra time in to make the extra stands with the marks, just to have that stuff in there? Like, what is the point? I have zero idea for what makes that logical. Now, I'm going to get back onto the XP thing. Because with the XP system, it needs a revamp. And some of these challenges are bugged. They are bugged. They are absolutely bugged. And 343, you need to look into this like really badly. Especially dominant, whatever, win X amount of Slayer matches and stuff. I can't even get those completed because it's bugged. And we seriously need another XP source too to game from, because it's that stingy of where the experience comes from. Like, seriously, bump the 50 up to 100, maybe another 50, or depending on your performance, another 50 to 100, so it could at least start enjoying the game and start performing better. Because I'm starting to notice some people are starting to go AFK in your guys' game, your game again, just like the Master Chief Collection. And I see no penalty for people leaving games anymore. Like, where was the base foundation? The base foundation was on the Master Chief Collection. We were just like, okay, you guys literally did not learn from your past. And you're repeating it again to the point it's going to start affecting the player base again. And people are just going to start dropping off and start getting bored. And they're going to start mouthing off. And they're going to start going towards garbage games again. Like Destiny. Like, like Battlefield 2042. Or, oh, Lord help us, Call of Duty Vanguard.
Zone captured.
Leader nearing victory. Power
There are so many bugs in Halo Infinite. I'm talking from networks not working, guns despawning, respawning when you try to hijack vehicles or get off of vehicles. The network sometimes just crashes on you and you have to restart the game. Sometimes even restart your whole console because the game doesn't just want to register you into the network, so you got to do all these extra steps just to play the damn game. Not to mention I have to restart my whole console just to progress on some weekly challenges that 343 just, forgot to fucking test. which I do not understand, these Q&A testers, how any of this flew over their heads and stuff. The bugs in these games, especially, for the love of God, please bring collision back. Sometimes using melee is so buggy, I'll just fly through my enemy and it won't register. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be fixed. Please. Some of these bugs will actually just destroy your experience. Like my friend Joe, Smoking Joe 123, he has had the terrible experience of hit registration on this game. I don't know if it's because he lives in a different country. That would be a problem for him. But it hasn't been a problem for him on the Master Chief Collection or the Halo Reach 4 or 5. None of that's been a problem until this game's released. There is just so many problems with this game that needs to be fixed. Please, 343, fix them before the community starts bleeding again and this game becomes a memory. In my closing thoughts for Halo Infinite's beta, or it's really not a beta anymore, it's just it's officially released out to the public and people can give their honest thoughts. It needs work. It needs work. Even though we gave you guys all that feedback back in the technical preview, I really see no changes that happened. Same game modes, same XP gains that was there at the beginning. It's the same thing. You guys have to stick your nose to the grind now and make Infinite's multiplayer one of the bangers. And I hope you do, because it is so fun with its gameplay and its mechanics and stuff. We can actually have the new age of Halo come in if you guys just listen to the community and just thrive with it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching my review on Halo, and this was probably one of my longest reviews, and trust me, there's a reason why. I love Halo as a franchise, and I love what 343 is doing, but they really need to get on the ball with Infinite, because there's a lot of stuff missing with this game, and maybe Dr. Disrespect was right. Maybe it won't last 3 months.